Most people running ads or doing any type of CRO are completely blind to anything that's actually happening on their website. They know their traffic numbers, their bounce rate, and maybe even their conversion rate, but they have no idea why people are leaving or where they're getting stuck. That's exactly what Microsoft Clarity fixes. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about it and how to correctly use it. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I'll give you the new insights on how you can connect it to Claude using the MCP. That way, you can pull in and analyze bulk session recordings using AI. So you might be wondering, what is Microsoft Clarity? Clarity is a completely free behavioral analytics tool and shows you very detailed insights on how people are engaging on your website and what they're doing. So you can kind of think of it like this. A platform like Google Analytics shows you where someone came from and when they left from a page, whereas Clarity will show you exactly what they were doing before they left and potentially why they left your website. And there's two ways Clarity does this. The first way is through Heatmaps. So Clarity shows you exactly where people are clicking on your landing page, how far they're scrolling, and where they're spending the most of their attention on your website. And the second way is through session recordings. Clarity records every single session that happens on your website, and that way you can rewatch every single session that anyone took to see exactly what they did while they were on your website. So that gives you a full rundown of what Clarity does as an overview. I'll show you now how to install it. So I'm in Microsoft Clarity right here, and this is already an existing account. So chances are, if you're new to this, your screen will not look like this. What you want to do is you want to go into Google and just type in Microsoft Clarity, click on the first link, click on sign up. It's then going to ask you for a few questions. And once you're done creating your Clarity account with all your details, it's then going to prompt you to add a tracking code to the website, which is going to look something like this. So I'm going to go into my settings right now, click on setup. It's going to give you three different ways you can install it. The first way is through Google Tag Manager. The second way is install it manually. And the third way is using an NPM. The easiest way to do it is manually. So what you're going to click is get a tracking code, and it's going to give you a code that looks like this. And it's specifically telling you to put this in the head element of every single page on your website or landing page. So what I would want to do if I wanted to track stuff on my website is copy this to my clipboard, go to my website backend, click on the settings right here, and within the head tracking code, I'm going to want to paste it right here. And you can see that I already have it pasted on my website because I'm already using Clarity on my own website. And once you have it in your head tracking code, what you want to do is click on save. And from there, Clarity should be installed on every single page of your website. You'll probably then see a screen which will tell you that you have installed it, but it sometimes takes 2 to 3 hours before you can actually see your dashboard. So that's how you install it. You essentially grab a code and just install it on every single page of your website. So now we can actually dive in on how to actually use this tool. There's two main things with Clarity. The first one is the heat maps, and the second one is the recordings. I'm going to start with the heat maps. So the first really cool thing that Clarity does is shows you heat maps. A heat map is essentially a preview of your website, which is showing you where people are clicking on the most, where they're scrolling to, and where they're spending the most time on your website. So what I can do is for any one of my URLs right here, let's say the home page, I can click on that and then open up a heat map. I can see that my time window here is not long enough. I might want to select 30 days to have essentially more sessions and a more accurate representation of what's going on, and then click on apply. And now you can see it's starting to show me some data. I'm specifically in the click area right now. So it's essentially giving me insights on where people are clicking. So right off the bat, I can see that a lot of people are clicking this book a free consultation button right here. That to me makes sense because that's my main call to action, because I want people to fill in this form. So that's totally normal. And I can also see, for example, that a lot of people are clicking on my logo. This is potentially because they think that if they click on the logo, they'll hit some form of a homepage, which actually does not exist on my website. So that's the first key insight I can take away from this. I know for a fact that a lot of dead clicks are on my logo, which is essentially creating nothing to happen for these people. So I might want to change this or remove the logo altogether if I don't think it's necessary. If I scroll down as well, I can also start seeing some other areas where people are clicking. So I can see that people are clicking on these value propositions right here. So these are not actually buttons. So what I might want to do instead is make these look like they're not buttons, so then people don't think they can click on them, and so on and so on. And that's the first piece of insight Clarity does. It essentially just gives you a heat map of where people are clicking the most often on your website. The second thing the heat maps does is it gives you the scroll. So if I click on scroll right here, it'll show you the scroll depth as a percentage of how many people are getting to which point on your landing page. So I'm above the fold right here, and I can see that if I scroll down to this part, I can see that if I go all the way down to here, this section right here, which says from scaling startups to fixing underperforming accounts, which is this section of my website right here, I know that out of all of my traffic, only 50%, maybe 55% scroll all the way to this point right here. So that's something I want to keep in mind. The better the scroll depth, the better your landing page is essentially. So if I saw the 50% all the way down at the bottom, then I know that a lot of people are getting through the entire content. Whereas if it's right at the fold up here, let's say I saw 50% right here, then that essentially means that no one is ever scrolling and you probably want to make some big changes to your landing page. And then the third really useful thing you can get out of Clarity is the attention. So if I click on here, it'll show you a heat map of where people are spending the most amount of time on your landing page. So right here, I can see that this section is orange. That's not really a surprise because most people are filling out a form and that's the primary action people take. So if I look to the right here, I can see a full page attention heat map. And what this essentially means is the dark blue sections mean the least amount of attention and the dark red areas mean the most amount of attention. So dark red areas are essentially where people are spending the most amount of time reading your content and engaging with your landing page. And the blue ones essentially mean people are just ignoring that part of the landing page. So I can gather some pretty good insights from here too. For example, I can see in the middle of my page that this section is pretty red. So a lot of people are reading a lot about the different services I offer. So I can take away this information and potentially place this part of the landing page higher up on the page because I know that people care about this more than the other sections. So I might want to put it higher up on the page. That is something I probably want to split test in the future on my website. Another key takeaway is these blue areas down here. I can see that this is dark blue, which essentially means that nobody's reading it. So for a section like this, it doesn't necessarily mean I want to move it up on the page or do anything of the sort, but it might mean I want to split test the copy, make it a bit more convincing and try to get people to spend a bit more time on this part of the landing page. And I'm essentially saying that because I know that people are not spending that much time on this, essentially meaning that it's not grabbing attention as easily, probably meaning that I have to add some more valuable content on this part of the landing page. So that's essentially an overview of what Clarity does regarding the heat map function. It essentially shows you where people are spending a lot of time, how far they're scrolling on your website, and which elements they're clicking on and engaging with the most. The second area where Microsoft Clarity is very useful for is the recording. So if I click on the recordings right here, Clarity gives me the recordings of every single session that every single user ever took on my website since I've had this installed. So I can see that someone not too long ago spent 1 minute and 58 seconds on my website. What I can do here is figure out what that person did by just watching this recording right here. So if I click on play right here, it'll essentially show me what that user did while they were on the website. So I can see them scrolling and playing around with this section right here, maybe doing a little bit of reading and so on and so on. And I can see by going through this, I can just see that they're essentially reading through my entire landing page. So by watching these recordings, I can come up with accurate representations of what specific users are doing, how they're getting through my funnel, and if there are any friction points along the way. So these are essentially very insightful for that exact reason. But there is one key problem with the recordings within Clarity, and that's the time it takes to look through them. Now, chances are if you're running a lot of ads to your website, hundreds, and in some cases, even thousands of sessions are happening on your landing page every single hour, which is a lot of different recordings. And watching each of these recordings one by one and coming up with trends is just not realistic. And so that's where the next part comes in. But before I go into the Claude MCP, if you like this video so far, feel free to give me a like and a subscribe below. That way you're updated on all my newest videos to come. So Microsoft recently built an MCP for Claude. And what this lets you do is connect your Microsoft Clarity to Claude. That way you can pull data and insights from your recordings in bulk. So instead of manually watching hundreds of hours of recordings by yourself and trying to come up with some trends, you can just now ask Claude to watch 1,000 recordings in one go and come up with the insights for you. And this is absolutely huge for anyone running ads or doing any type of CRO because it's going to give you some very meaningful insights on what your friction points are, what's happening on your landing page, and how people are getting through, and if there are any improvements to be making. So I'll show you right now how to set this up. So for this to work, you're going to want to have Claude set up as a desktop app. In the web app, this function does not exist yet, so make sure that you download Claude and have it as a desktop app. Before we start a chat, what we want to do is actually connect the MCP to your Claude account. So what you want to do on the left is click on Customize. You're then going to click on Connect Your Apps, and in the apps, you're going to search for connectors and you're going to type in Clarity, and then you're going to see Microsoft Clarity come up. It's already on my website, but what you're going to want to do is click on Configure, and it's going to ask you for a Clarity API token. So what you want to do next is go back to your Clarity account, go into your settings. From here, you're going to click on Data Export right here, and it's going to prompt you to generate a new API token. So what you want to do is click on plus right here, call this, let's say, Claude Connection, and it has to have, I think, no spaces. So I'm gonna click on add. And so now it's gonna say token generated. What I want to do is copy this token, go back to Claude, and then I'm gonna paste it right here and click on save. So now you should have your Microsoft Clarity MCP server connected to your Claude, and we're now ready to use it. So what I can do is go back, and I can now start a chat within Claude. So typically, before I ask it anything, I just want to ask it to make sure that the connection is correctly set up first. So I can prompt it something like this. I can say, before we start, confirm with me that you are connected to the Clarity account, which has the page URL medianinja.ca, and click on enter. And I'm just gonna wait for a response. And so now it's responded saying, yes, I can confirm I'm connected to the Microsoft Clarity account for medianinja.ca. As a quick sanity check, I pulled the last 7 days of data and this and that. So I can see that it is now correctly installed to my Microsoft Clarity. So I'm ready to actually ask it some questions. I have a prompt ready to go. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that in. So here's my prompt. I'm gonna paste it in, and it's a pretty big prompt. Now with Claude generally, or any AI device, I like to give very specific instructions to the AI and ask it very specific questions. If you give it too broad of a question, it often gives you a broad answer. So if I want some clear insights and action items that I can improve my landing page on, then I want to make sure that I'm asking the questions in a very relevant and specific way. So here's what I asked as an example. You can feel free to ask something similar on your end and see what types of insights you get. So I essentially told it, I want you to analyze the last 250 recorded sessions on my website using Clarity. Please review the recordings in full, then come back with a structured report covering the following topics, where I have essentially 5 different topics. The first one is conversion friction in the opt-in page. Are there any users dropping off before the opt-in page? And if so, why? Any conversion friction on the calendar or the thank you page? Is there any place in my funnel where people are dropping off? Any bugs that are preventing them from getting cleanly through the funnel? Things like that. Any attention or scroll heat map issues going on? So which sections of the landing page are getting the most attention? Which ones are getting the least? And if so, why? And what people are doing in these sections? Any bugs or dead clicks I should be aware of? So are there any buttons that are being clicked right now which are just fully not functioning? Or are there any places on the landing page that people are continuously clicking on without it actually doing anything for them? And finally, any other behavioral patterns worth noting. So are there any other meaningful notes that you think are appropriate to actually write in my report? And so what I suggest you do is write something similar. Just ask for it essentially, like, what are the good things about my landing page? What is bad? What are the friction points? Any improvements I should be making? Anything similar to that? And then essentially hit on enter, and then you start waiting for your response. And so now it's telling me, let me pull the data needed for this comprehensive report. I'll run multiple queries in parallel to cover all 5 areas. So this is pretty normal. It doesn't usually do all 250 batches in one go. It'll usually segment it into 20 batches of 15, let's say, or something of the sort. But then in the final answer, it'll probably compile everything in one answer. So now Claude is telling me I have everything I need. Let me compile the full structured report. So what it's essentially doing, and why this is taking so long sometimes, is Claude is on the back end just watching every single one of these recordings and then pulling together different trends and metrics that are worth noting out of the questions I asked it. This often takes about 3 to 5 minutes as a heads up. Okay, so now I can see that Claude came back at me with some insights. So it analyzed 72 sessions. I asked for 250, but that's probably because I only had a maximum of 72 it could actually take recordings from, so that's fine. If you're running a lot of ads, chances are you'll probably be able to do this with thousands of sessions in one go if you want to get a more clear picture of what's going on. It's also telling me here a couple key things that I can take note of. My average session duration is just under 2 minutes, which is pretty good in my opinion. My average scroll depth is about 50%, essentially meaning that people who hit my landing page on average get about halfway down. So I know from that number alone that people are not just hitting the opt-in, staying above the fold, and then either bouncing or filling out the form. They're actually reading the material before actually booking a call with me, which is good to know. I can see that out of the people who hit the calendar page, 7 out of 17 people actually booked a call. So that's less than 50%. This signifies that I maybe want to start optimizing my calendar page, which is this one right here, in order to make it a bit more convincing on people to book a call with me once they hit this page. So that number right there is actually quite meaningful to me because it shows a good area of improvement. I can see that there's been 32 dead clicks out of 72 sessions. That's actually quite a lot. And that to me signifies that there's a lot of areas on my landing page that potentially look like buttons or look like clickable elements that people are clicking on and then getting nothing out of it. So that's potentially something I want to change too. And then it also recognized that my primary traffic source is YouTube. And that is totally normal because most of my traffic is from my YouTube channel. It then gives me a breakdown. Out of 55 sessions, 20 of those hit any CTA, 17 of them actually filled out the form and hit my calendar page. And out of the ones who booked a calendar, 7 of them actually hit the thank you page. So I can see the drop-off rate on every single step of the funnel from my page 1 all the way to my page 3 right here. So that's it for the first part. Usually it'll generate a small report like this where it just gives you the key insights. It's when you start scrolling that the important stuff starts to come up, and this is where it starts to come up with suggestions, problems, and friction points that it's noticing on your landing page. So the first thing it's flagging for me is my drop-off point, which is 50% scroll on my homepage. So essentially it's flagging that the majority of the visitors are never getting to more than halfway down my landing page. And it's also suggesting that people who do, so the people who have spent 5 to 8 minutes and are reading everything, are far more likely to click a call to action and actually fill in a form. So this is something I want to take into consideration. On the second half of the page, I might want to tighten up the copy, make it a bit more convincing, keep people around. That way the sessions last longer, and therefore I have a higher chance of them to essentially fill in the opt-in form, essentially increasing my conversion rate. So that's a pretty valuable insight it just gave me right here. Next, it talks about the CTA confusion. So on this, it's referring to my landing page. I have a couple different call to action buttons. Book your free consultation. For example, here it says fix my ad performance. Here it says book a free consultation, get similar results. And what it's telling me is that people are confused because they think that each of these buttons do something different, whereas they actually all do the same thing. Anytime you click on any of these buttons, it just redirects back to the top form right here. And so what it's suggesting with this key bullet right here is that some people are clicking on one button expecting an outcome and then scrolling back down and clicking another button to expect another outcome. And it's preventing people from actually filling in the form because they're just wasting time clicking a bunch of different call to actions. So this is actually a super valuable insight for me. What I might want to do is line up the language on my call to actions. That way they all say the same thing. I might want to try a split test where all of them say book your free consultation. That way it's super clear that every single button just does the exact same thing. I can see another dead click flag right here. So it says one session shows a dead click on complete the onboarding form. So what that refers to is on my landing page right here, I think, where it says complete the onboarding form. So a couple people apparently clicked on this because they probably think that if they click on this, they get straight to my onboarding form. That's not actually how it works for me. People tend to book a call, and then from there, if we decide on working together, from there, I will send them an onboarding form to get all the details I need to build their ads. And then from there, we essentially move ahead. I don't give the onboarding form without actually talking to anyone first. So this is something I might want to change the language on. I might want to make it a bit more clear that they complete the onboarding form once they've already booked a call with me and have spoken to me. They don't actually do this step before any of that happens. And so this might sound kind of minor, but it is a good insight on why people are confused, why they're not performing what I want on my page, and potentially why they're actually leaving because I confused them before they were actually able to take an action on my page. So that's just a couple of examples for you on clear action insights that I can just implement on my landing page right now. If I keep scrolling, I can see it gave me a bunch of conversion friction points that I can fix, a couple of attention and heat map scrolling insights that I can fix as well, a couple of bugs and dead clicks I can take a look into, and some behavioral patterns that are also worth noting. So you can see that the report it gave me out of all of the recordings that it essentially analyzed is super extensive, and it gives me a lot of different clear action items that I can just implement right now to make an improvement straight away on my landing page. So hopefully now you can see why this is so useful if you're running ads and how much time you can actually save by using tools like this. Pretty much anything you want to know about your website or how people are behaving on it, you can just ask Claude for it and it'll just give you the answer within 5 minutes. And this pretty much essentially turns what could have been hours of digging and watching recordings and coming up with sloppy analytics to just a quick 5-minute simple conversation with your AI and just getting clear actionable items that you can just implement right away. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully that gives you a good understanding of what Microsoft Clarity is, why it's useful, and how you can connect it to the Claude MCP to get the most valuable insights that you possibly can. If you have any questions about anything I did today or anything I went over, feel free to drop that in the comments below and I can try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you'd like me to set up something similar to this or just run your ads for you, then you can feel free to click the link in the description below to book a call. That way me and you can have a chat. Apart from that, I hope you found this video useful and I'll see you on the next one.